Hey guys, Kilroy here, MAKO-TV. We're at the LBX LBT booth here at SHOT Show 2015. Here with our favorite guy,
Bo Stewart.
And we're going to talk about the new stuff. What's new, Bo?
Well, man, there's so much new. You know, that we got a lot coming, a lot planned for 2015, as you know. But
right.
So what we're doing now is we're starting to get little pieces of things that we've been waiting to come in for so long. So that's what I'm excited to show you.
Okay.
Some of the stuff you guys have seen, for instance, the Armistice plate carrier is out now. This is the first time we've debuted it in Ranger Green. The Assaulters panel, it's our collaboration with HSGI and Ranger Green as well. Very great. I love this carrier. I really cannot say enough about it. The applications for what it's designed for is range and law enforcement, etc. But when I implement it into the airsoft world with us, I absolutely loved it. I ran it a couple of games and I thought it was great.
You wore it at Faded Giant, right?
Yeah, I did wear it faded. So mine actually is mask gray and I wore it on top of Ranger Green, our uniforms you see here. Yeah. And I really liked the combo. It really worked well. So let me grab this real quick.
Okay.
And so one of the things that after showing people, you know, because what LBX is trying to do is we're trying to make a lot of gear and then take advice from everybody about what they liked and didn't like about it. So with this, we went and said, look, instead of having to put a cummerbund on it, like from a 6094 or maybe your favorite other plate carrier, we built these sleeves. So these sleeves actually slide right over your elastic cummerbund and you turn it into MOLLE immediately. So some are one-sided and some are dual-sided, depends on what side it goes. So this would be an option for those people that love this carrier but want to have more modularity and add it on the sides. Okay. So this is probably a couple months out and it'll come in all colors. But as of now, we have multicam and wolf gray in this, and then soon we'll have mask gray, and we'll have coyote brown and Ranger Green, obviously, and then eventually into the patterns. You know, Cayman, Taipan, all that cool stuff, and then black. Black will be also one for as well.
I like it.
So, yeah, so very excited about this kit. I love this kit. It's great, and let's move up top. So.
I'm stoked about this one.
Oh, so am I. So, you know, again, going back, we talked to a bunch of people in the industry and said, look, what do you want out of a helmet cover? What do you actually fundamentally use your helmet cover for besides faction identification? Right. So, and people are like, well, look, man, I run nods, okay, note taken, and also run cameras. Well, a lot of people run batteries, right, in the rear. So what's funny is, like, even inside the newest Airsoft Insider magazine, they're talking about running cabling from the front to the back, and they have to lube it through the holes, okay? So if you're running a ballistic, you can't lube it through the holes. No. If you're running a fake ballistic, you can't run it through the holes. Right. So with this, we decided, look, let's put some loopholes, buttonholes we call them, in the front and in the rear. So if you're mounting your GoPro, mount your night vision, and you run power, you run it internally. Right on. So now you don't have to worry about it getting snagged. You know, urban environment or in the woods, either way, you always get a chance of getting stuff snagged. So that's what those are for. These are for extra if you want to snap on any kind of other things you want to put in there for fun.
Cigarettes, whatever.
Exactly. So venting is important, obviously, for helmet covers. So we want to make sure we gave adequate ventilation. And so going to the back, we looked at Velcro, went through a lot of different options, and we're like, let's make something functional. What can we use it for? Well, I personally like a V-light. So does a lot of people, but sometimes it gets caught or Velcro or torn. So we said, look, let's just put some retention systems on here to hold a V-light, you know, to hold a manistrobe, whatever, up in this area. But then the back, instead of giving away real estate and only using Velcro, because at the end of the day, Velcro is good for one thing, other Velcro and patches. So, but what if you only wanted to use a couple of patches and you wanted some of this real estate, decided to integrate some cord. So now you can slide in, whether it's going to be, you know, other cabling, or you want to do chem lights, or whatever you want to use this for, at least you're not giving that real estate up. So
built-in retention. Exactly.
So, I mean, why not use it? So we're excited about these. These are probably going to be sooner than later, month and a half out. The base colors will be multicam and mask gray for now. Okay. You know, so the guys that are on UFS will be rolling, you know, rolling tan team will probably run the multicam, and then the green guys will either paint this, or maybe this will get approved by, you know, by promoters for mask gray for the green team.
So this is mask gray.
Correct.
Okay.
This is mask gray.
I like that.
Yeah. Like, we're not 100% sure if it'll be mask gray and black, but right now this is kind of the concept, and we kind of like the way it looks. It's original, you know, but again, we just want to make things that are functional. You know,
sexy. I like it.
Yeah. So,
what else you got?
Okay, so moving forward, you know, back over here. So you guys have seen me roll some of these prototypes, and this is our rifle case. So this rifle case is actually built to go inside of a Pelican. So let's say that you're going to travel to an event, travel to the range, etc., and you want to throw all your rifle, your pistols, mags, all your gear in one bag, but you want the extra protection. You load it up in this bag with our retention systems, and then you close it inside of the Pelican case. So when you get to where you're going, flip open your Pelican case and your case, either take your case with you leave the Pelican behind because they're big and cumbersome and they only roll and heavy. So it gives you the diversity of being able to do that without having to carry, without having to buy more foam and foaming out 4 or 5 different sets for all your different guns. So I actually flew with this on the way to Vegas. The way it is, retention down, perfect. Wasn't a problem. So yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, these will come in all the different colors as well, and eventually the patterns. So, and while you're picking that up, everybody's been asking about plates, man.
Yeah.
I mean, so we said, all right, we'll do one. So we are doing a foam plate. Price point to be very low on these. Multiple sizes to fit the carriers. I'll show you here in a minute. But these are coming probably early mid-year. And we'll have
all right. So no more going to Walmart, buying bedrolls and cutting them.
Right. Exactly.
You just get it from LBX, save some money.
Right. So if you want plastic, go that route. But if you want the foam and they give and don't break, that's the way to go.
I like it. Let's go. Let's move on.
Big loadout bag. So as you guys know, LBT is kind of famous for their big loadout bags. There you go. I love mine, and I really utilize it for not only traveling, but for events, etc. So what we did is we took the bag that's been popular and decided to make more applications for it to go into Costa's entire system. So what his whole thought process and ideology in this deal is, let's make one system that works, everything's compatible, everything works together, and that way you're not buying so many pieces of kit that can do multiple things rather than just one that does it all. So the plate carrier we looked at a minute ago, it has the panel in the front. So if you're going to roll this to an op, you just add your panels on the outside already preloaded. So if you want to run a Molly and let's say run AK or only pistol, you build out your Molly panel. If you want to run just 3 mags with your own personal stuff, you run this 3 mag panel. There's also a pouch, literally, that's around this big that fits on the front, a pouch panel. This actually goes on the Costa rifle bag. So that's all together. So in essence, you can mount the pouches and mount all the stuff you want on the outside, or just utilize the Velcro for whatever else you need. It also holds 2 more panels on the roof. So if you're doing range work and you want to bring a big gun and you have a lot of kit, use the gun, shoot on it, pull them from off the top, whatever. One of the beautiful things about this bag I personally like is the integration of the rifle in the bottom. So it's kind of got a infant version of this case in the bottom. So let's say you want to go to an event, you don't want to even carry this bag, you want all in one. Put your 2 rifles in the bottom, retention it down, there's a flap, then you put all your kit, helmet, plate carrier, everything you want inside of this bag, and now you're fully functional, ready to go. Panels on the outside for your plate carrier, and you're good. This is going to be a bag I know I'm going to be using quite a bit when I travel because
I like it.
I like it. Yeah, very cool. So stoked about that for sure. We're looking at probably middle summer before these are available, maybe a little later. Moving on to same plate carrier, but it's in our new Taipan color. So the thing is that we have been working on these patterns for a while, and we've been very anxious to get them, and we've made some tweaking throughout. This is the first released new proprietary pattern by LBX, and it's called Inland Taipan. So great pattern, a lot of science goes into this. It actually performs off the chart, and we're really.
I've seen some of the Facebook pictures. It looked pretty good.
Yeah, and those images are up there. I mean, those photos are not tampered with. I mean, that guy actually looks that blended, in that low light environment. So it really looks good. You like it?
I do like it.
Yeah.
What's the release date on this?
It's out now.
Right now. It's ready right now.
Today. It just hit last week. Yeah, so you'll be the first ones to get it, when you guys start hammering away. I'm anxious to see how our player base, how our customer base of LBX likes it. I want them to roll it, mix it up. However, this is just a prototype. This will be eventually will come in this pattern, but right now that's kind of a treat for us to all see what it'll look like in that exact kit.
You could wear Coyote or Khaki or anything, DCU on top of that. It looked pretty good.
Absolutely. It'd be great. It'd look really great. So I'm excited about that. So everybody gets to run Tan Team. We'll get another option. We just got to get American Milsim to approve it, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Somebody, so hopefully we'll
yeah, you do.
Right. So, all right. So moving on to plate carriers. Let's pop over here and look at these 2. So everybody knows the famous 694. I know you love LBT 94. Great carrier, been around forever, a lot of history. So we implemented that in the first run, which was called the 0094. This is basically what you're looking at, except again, we listened to what the guys said and gals that played our gear and said, look, we love the 0094, but there's a few things we don't like. And we're like, what is that? Well, we don't like the integrated mag pouches. Right. That kind of hinders people from kind of customizing how they want. Right. So we said, all right. And then we had other guys come back to us and said, look, it's a little big. We like it, fits my buddy who's 6'3", 220, but for me, I need something smaller.
Bumps my belt a little bit.
Exactly. So now we've introduced the 0300S. So now the 094 is being replaced by the 0300, and will come in 3 sizes. It'll come in small, medium, and large. So you're looking at the large, and then you're looking at the small. So, and these two will come in all different patterns. This actually happens to be Cayman, which is the second release pattern, which will be coming, man, I'm hoping 2 months.
2 months?
Yeah. The uniform probably first. Kit will be later, but we're looking forward to that. So that's a great pattern. Really works well. First kit that I've actually seen in Coyote Brown. So we did some work and some research, and everybody's like, look, we need Coyote Brown. So there it is. So that'll come out as well. So you're going to be able to get all your player base from, you know, the little guys to even the normal or big guys that just want to run a low profile, small unit and doesn't take up a lot of real estate. That's a great kit, you know?
Right.
So another piece on the back is our mini map. So I've run maps. I love the way they look, and I want to have something that's functional on the back rather than just that it looks cool. So all the games that I've played in, I've always had the issue of having somebody behind me and saying, hey man, will you grab my goggles, grab my batteries from my optic, grab my...
What pouch is it in?
Kind bars or whatever, you know. What's that?
What pouch is your goggles in?
They're just inside the big mini map. They're just in the bottom of it, or on the outside when it's not really, you know, I can't remove. So what I like about this system is that we've designed it to where with all of our different pouches that we have available, you're going to be able to customize the back of your mini map yourself. So if you like this look of the single zip identifier to be able to look in through the window, you want a small padded, you want to run 2 small padded rectangular, you want to run a big padded. I mean, there's a lot of options to make this do what you want it to do. That's what I like about it. So if I'm in the playing somebody about, you know, I can grab my own gear, simply undo the buckle, pull it off, access my gear what I need, and I can reach back and Velcro it myself, and it will stay. This is just in case you have stuff that's overly heavy, etc. We may not even incorporate this. This is still in the work phase. But for all the guys and gals out there going to the HPA stuff, this is really another benefit of it because the size, it's able to hold the tanks. You know, so if you're running a small tank and you need the hoses to go on the sides, you'll have these ports. And if you're running a big tank and you want to close it, you have the port up top, also for hydration. But you can also run hydration and a tank. So this is a very small plate carrier, and this mini map is very small in comparison. So it's the perfect size, and it's got all the functionality. So, you know, in a nutshell, we've got a lot coming from LBX in 15. And I know people are excited, and people are constantly hitting up on Facebook and Instagram. It's like, when? Believe me, we want it to come out. But at the end of the day, we are still new, and a lot of this stuff is going into production, and it's not an overnight process. But when
there's a lot of T&E involved.
Oh, it's crazy. You know, every time we make a slight change to anything, it pushes us back months. So we just want to make sure when the line hits that it's what everybody wants. So 15 to be big. We're probably going to release 4 or 5 more colors. We're looking at the Wolf Gray is coming. Glacier Gray's out, just a little different. Hopefully in '81 by the end of the year. We'd like to see that happen in a uniform. And then Cayman, Snow Raptor, and maybe Mantis at the end of the day. But plate carriers, rifle bags, pouches, IFAC pouches, helmet covers, a lot of stuff's coming. So, yeah,
2015 should be pretty big.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it, man.
All right.
So.
Well, Bo, thanks for your time, man.
Dude, I appreciate you coming by. It's always good to see you, man.
Likewise.
Okay.
Mags out, safety's on.
Thanks.